No, thank you very much, Kim. No, so welcome to the second last Pecha Kucha show here on Performance Days stage today, and I'm so honored because it's 15 years Performance Days, and I was honored to curate the 30th Performance Days Trend Forum this year, and since last season, October, it's also footwear and innovation zone. And it's such a pleasure to have here the innovators of tomorrow. And I'm very, it's my preferred Pecha Kucha today because these companies that are going to present now, they are really game changers of the industry. And this is what we really wish in our community, the ones that give the impulses to make a better world and help this industry and support this industry with their actions.
Super nice.
So, up from Performance Days, I'm more than 20 years. I'm a designer and developer by heart for performance clothing apparel. I have my small agencies in Munich, so I may contribute the best of both parts to this industry. So.
Absolutely. So before you start, just a reminder, this is a show of the participants of your innovation area. So in respect of what you're doing, just the Pecha Kucha, it's 20 slides, 20 seconds per slide. So this is really like super energizing thing. And I wish you good luck and leave you the stage. Okay, let's go.
Thank you, Kim. So first person I would like to introduce is Stephen Chueng from Resortecs. He's the founder and the head of this innovation, and he's been doing his best of collecting mountain plastics, island plastics, and ocean plastics. And here he is for the mountain plastic.
Thank you, Alexa. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Stephen Chen, and the founder of Resortecs and ReTraze. And the project today is that we need to pay attention to the mountains. And for sports, we cannot get rid of the mountain areas. It's not easy to travel into mountain, but it's still more difficult to get to know what's the reason why we want to do this project. So many years ago, we knew that there are plenty of trash in Mountain Everest. So I've never been to Mountain Everest, but I've been to many mountains in the west part of China, including Tibet, Qinghai, Sichuan, and Yunnan. Most of the places altitude is about 3,000 meters. For example, the mountain Vienna is in Sichuan, and the summit is 5,884 meters. And with very beautiful temples, village, hotel, and still we found some troubles about the touring, and also you see some sceneries, we can find the trash bin, and there's there's enough people to control the pollutions, but some places it's not always enough power to control because it's a vast place. And some place we can find dumping sites with different kind of soft drinks and energy drinks. For example, the yellow one is called the Lehu, a happy tiger, literally. It's a kind of drink similar as Red Bull, makes people feel energy, and but it's been thrown everywhere. And also, I went to Qinghai. There is a road called Qinghai Tibet Road, and it's lasts more than 1,000 kilometers. And the average altitude is about 4,000 meters. So truck drivers, when they finish the drinking, sometimes they throw away. It's a habit. And also, I went to a place called Hokhili. It's in Chinese, Kokoshili. And in Qinghai, the altitude is still about 4,000 meters high, and with no trees, only grass. And I spent a couple of times to work with local NGO called Green River. They've been in this area for more than 10 years. And so we spent more than 1 week each time to investigate the trash along the roads and trying to find a reason why. And also we have a data analysis, what kind of drinks, and also it contains glass glass and metal devices, so it's not only about plastic. But the result is also a little bit broken heart, and too much, because it's a vast area, and if you drive cars, it will be last for a couple of days. And also there are many small towns along the roads, and where we can find hotels, restaurants, supermarkets. Sometimes it's still not enough manpower to control the situation. And so what we do is that we work with local people and also small business owners and NGOs, trying to collect the bottles, pay them well, and at the very beginning it's a mix, the green bottles, blue bottles, and transparent. And because it takes time to teach people how to separate properly, and that's our first batch. So each bricks is about 40,000 bottles. It's around 800 kg. And we organize properly and make it, we call the bricks, and then transport to waste part of China called Chengdu. And then we have deeper classification. And then we transport to the east part of China, Zhejiang province, where we wash it properly and making flakes. For the aged one, if its quality is too bad, we have to think about using the flakes to making the insulation. For the good quality one, it will be transformed into chips, and where we add the tracer to make sure it's traceable. Then it will be converted into the yarn, into different types of yarn. At the very beginning, our first trial is 150 deniers for backpack. Now we are capable for manufacture 75 deniers for apparel, and it works well. And so we named this project as ReTraze, Mountain Plastic, to remind people that it's not only about the ocean plastic. There's something. Yeah, and also the yarn currently is weaved in the Resortecs weaving mills. So it's a project that's being worked well, and so far no quality issues. And then, yeah, and that's a roadmap. Our project, ReTraze project, it stands for Real Recycled Traceable Project. And in the West, we focus on remote areas because big companies don't care, but we do care. And it's about west part is for mountain, and east part is especially in Zhoushan area. There are more than 2,000 islands, so we call it island plastic. Yes. And why we want to do this? We think it's not only about a human being to protect ourselves and our offsprings, but also we need to take care about the wild animals and the suffering from humans' activities. And also for the local communities, the cattle is very important for them. Somehow the cattle, they will chew the plastic bottles for fun, but they cannot digest it. So eventually it will die. It will bring the economic loss for the farmers. Yeah. So each cattle is around more than 4,000 euro. And so to find a little bit more about our company, you can find us at Instagram, ReTraze, and also email us. And we also have an Instagram called Resortecs, easy to find. So I'm a little bit lazy about to post some materials, but anytime you are welcome to contact with us for more information. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stephen, and thank you for your efforts. So, next person I would like to introduce is Magdalena Zapryanova from the company Resortecs, and she calls herself a growth hacker, scalability for technology.
If we were only allowed to wear sustainable clothing, all of us would be naked right now. Because even if garments are made with sustainable materials, as long as they cannot be recycled, there's no such thing as sustainable products. My name is Magdalena and I'm from Resortecs, an award-winning disassembly service provider that helps you close the loop. So yearly, more than 100 billion products are produced globally, and yet less than 1% are effectively recycled. And that's 500 billion worth of materials lost every single year. So why is that the case? Well, the answer is simple. Garments are not made to be recycled. Let's look at an example. An outerwear jacket is comprised of an outer layer, inner layer, elasticated areas, zippers, buttons, etc. And all of those are stitched together. So everything needs to be processed in a separate way, and even simple products have multiple materials in them. I have a question. Do you separate your waste at home? So plastic goes in one place, glass in another, carton in a third. That's the only way to recycle anything, by separating and sorting. And the same thing applies to textile. Polyester needs to be processed in one way, cotton in another, nylon in third. The difference with household waste is that textiles are stitched together, and the process of taking them apart is really lengthy and costly and heavily manual, and it's simply not worth it most of the times. And that affects the majority of clothing out there. 78% of clothes are made of multiple materials and are therefore not recyclable. But why are so many clothing made of so many different materials? Where you want them to perform well, you want them to have high functionality, you want them to cost little, and oftentimes mixing different materials together is cheap, and you want them to look a certain way. Okay, so we can agree that there is a problem, but as a textile brand, you might be thinking, well, how is this any of my problem? Well, the legislation says that it is. These are just 5 of the 16 textile regulations that affect how you deal with textiles at end of life. And this might be a bit overwhelming, so the bottom line is that there will be a mandatory percentage of recycled content need to put in your products so that these products are placed on the market. And McKinsey has already identified a 60% deficiency in recycled content, which would lead to market access issues and a spike in the price of recycled content globally. So what if there is one solution that can help you comply with all of those heavy textile regulations? It's easy to implement in your existing supply chain, and you don't need to compromise on design, on performance of the garments, and on aesthetics. At Resortecs, we help you unlock recycling with automatic disassembly and sorting services. So it's one solution that ensures compliance on all textile regulations at end of life. It's seamlessly integrated into an existing ecosystem so that you can close the loop as easy as possible, and you don't need to compromise on performance, costs, or aesthetics. So we start at the design stage where 80% of the product's impact is determined. We have Smart Stitch, which are heat-dissolvable threads that melt at very high temperatures that make seams disappear automatically without any manual intervention. And then we have Smart Disassembly, which are big industrial systems that are able to process up to 10 tons of textiles a day without damaging the fabric's quality or material quality. So whatever we stitch with the thread can be later destitched in Smart Disassembly. One does not go without the other. So via this process, you can close the loop multiple times. So this solution is suitable for repair, for repurposing, but most importantly for recycling, because disassembly is the main bottleneck in all of these processes. This solution is already scalable, so it's implemented in almost 1 million products by major brands sold in over 60 countries. So here we have sportswear brands like Decathlon, fashion giants like H&M and Inditex, and mattress cover providers like Becker Desle. So this small change in thread can lead to a huge environmental impact. And here we can talk about 50% reduction in CO2 emissions, 80% reduction in waste generation, and 98% reduction in water use. And this is an LCA analysis that we did for a pair of jeans, also combining the most efficient recycling process. So this solution, not only it costs very little because it's just a thread, but also it has the potential to bring you revenue. And with 23% collection rate of the garments at end of life, you reach a break-even point and you start earning profits with 30 cents of net profit for every jacket produced. And this is a very achievable return rate because the average rate for Europe is 38% of collection. So when we consider ease of implementation, scalability, and processing yield of over 90%, Resortecs is the only solution that works from an economic, operational, and environmental point of view combined. As I mentioned, it's a system that is already, can be implemented in an already existing ecosystem. So as long as a brand implements the thread in the design stage, we make use of digital product passports and our partnerships with collector sorters to locate the garments at end of life, recuperate them for disassembly and recycling. So those partners are pooled in key regions across Europe, the US, and Asia, so that closing the loop is made as easy as possible for brands. And even today, you could join one of those small localized ecosystems so that you can unlock the network that you need to close the loop fully. So if you're ready to take the next step to join one of those pools, you're welcome to talk to us at Innovation Booth number 7. If you don't have time, you can also leave your card with me and we can be in touch. I'm always excited to discuss the challenges of closing the loop so that we can adjust our process as much as possible to your needs. Thank you so much for your attention.
Fantastic, Magdalena. Thank you so much. One more step ahead for closing the loop. Here are answers. So our next person is Heidrun Weiss from ERCA TCS. And I'm welcoming you because they are going to be creating new products out of waste.
Okay, I start? Okay. Thank you for the invitation. Okay, I'm Heidrun from ERCA Textile Chemical Solution. We are the textile part of the ERCA group, and we approach ERCA group as the production side and financial company. We are based in Italy, and there where we have all our production side with chemical reactions and transformation of intermediates in final products. And in this production side, we produce the products I want to present you later, which we are calling then in a special way. That's what I want to tell you afterwards. I see now I have some seconds more because I started too fast with the slide. But okay, for sure, our textile chemical solution is completely indicated for the textile market. We are following up our textile customer in all over the world, from Italy to Germany and Far East. We have also within the ERCA group different companies and joint ventures in China. We have a daughter in Vietnam. We have a lot of distributors in Europe. We have joint venture in Brazil and in Turkey. With our engagements of the textile chemical solutions, we want to be a partner for the whole textile industry, because we see our customers not as a customer, we see them really like a partner. And in this, let's say in this case, we want to support them with all the challenges they have to have now in the future for the sustainability and for all the responsible production. That's why we are also have the certification in our company, like let's say the safety certification, the environment certification, for sure the quality certification. What we are also doing, we are normally in ERCA, we are also from the other point of view, we are preparing products for cosmetic sector, we are preparing products for polyurethane, and also for the building sector. This is then the know-how we in the textile chemical solution we use to build up our new intermediates from the know-how of the chemical reactions. So also thanks to the engagements of our research and development department, ERCA Textile Chemical Solution, aimed to be also an innovative point. That's okay. Now I understood what is working. Okay, and this is a product what I want to present you is Revecol, which is called recycled vegetable cooking oil. We say it's we give solution bringing evolutions to the customers because we use a waste and this waste is present in an abundant item. It's a problematic waste. We reduce the environmental impact. We use this fresh waste as a resource. And okay, where you can see here the data, we have 260,000 tons only in Italy generated this waste, but only 72,000 tons of this are generated. And the environmental impact of the pollution of this waste, if it goes outside and it's not collected, is very high, because 1 kilo of oil pollutes 1,000 square meter of surface water. 1 liter of oil makes 1 million of liters of water unsafe for drink, and the separation is cost intensive. Okay, this is a normal production line according to a linear economy. We normally say we are going towards the circular economy, where we want not only to resource and go then to a waste. We use a waste, we regenerate it, we transform it, we distribute it, and we go send in the textile industry directly, and then from there it goes in the water treatment. For sure, we have internally we have to carry out a lot of analytics regarding the exhausted oil. So we, for example, we buy the oil from the consortium, which are from the government authorized. We cannot buy it just by us. Then we have to carry out the chemical and physical analytics. We have to see the carbon chain of the oils in order to see if it's correct for our production process, which you can see here. Okay, we have the primary treatment, then we do the regeneration transformation, we get an intermediate, and we get a formulation. And at least we carry out a quality control of all our products, and of all intermediates, we carry out also in our application labs, the test if the leveling agents, for example, are working very well, or if the softener gets its hydrophilities. We say we have a uniqueness because we have certified end-to-end. We have safety and performance. It can be used on all fibers. We have an upcycling choice, a circular DNA, and we say we can also be competitive to the market. We have all kind of certification. Blue sign for sure we are in the gateway. And we have a product carbon footprint for some of our products, where we can see we can save 72% compared to a standard product. Here you see an example. The most influence is the raw material in a carbon footprint. And if you choose a raw material coming from Italy instead of other fresh virgin oil maybe coming from Asia, it's a big influence in the carbon footprint. These are other examples. We have a leveling example with a carbon footprint reduction of 72. Other products have 39 or 41 and 28%. We say we can do it in all applications, from the fashion to home textile, underwear, interior textile, and athleisure. We got also different awards. We are indicated in the bed in the European document of best available ethics, done by the German Federal Environment Agency. We got also Responsible Care Award from Italy and from Europe via GFIC. In 2023, last year, we presented a partnership with the big brands Patagonia and Weiss KK, because they have been interested both to use our recycled products on their fabrics or on their zippers. And okay, we say act now for the benefits of our planet and adapt our sustainable and let's say also circular solutions.
Thank you so much, Heidrun.
But the first one.
Yes, it was blocked. Unfortunately, we had a little hang in the first slide, but you made it really well. So next person I would like to present is Cecilia Chen from NTX. She comes from the Fabrica Mills, and she's going to present a very nice sustainable coloration technology.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Cecilia from NTS Taipei, Taiwan. Thanks for having me to speak over here to introduce what NTS is and what NTS technology is running and delivering. We know in textile industry, particular for manufacturing on the fabrics, there are lots of challenges. For example, like water consumption, energy consumption, wastewater treatment. So if you are always hectic on overcome these difficulties, I believe NTS Kuchas is the best solution to you. NTS Kuchas is the most sustainable and advanced technology in the world. It is a waterless coloration. But why NTS is the best solution to you? I'm going to share with you the 4 key points. So NTS, this technology can be applied on all of the fibers, including nature, man-made, synthetic. We get a dye cake from leading dye stuff suppliers and to formulate our own the water-based ink exclusively. And in terms of production output, our production output is very high speed, which can accelerate the production lead time significantly. Our novel dye system delivers precise color accuracy and also perform the color fastness performance compared to the sublimation prints. So remember those challenges we talked about at the beginning, water, energy, and wastewater treatment. Now, why I would like to let you know our excellence in terms of sustainability. If we compare to the conventional way print, NTS Kuchas has 65% of energy saving, 90% water saving, and 40% of dye stuff use reduction. The chemical oxygen demand of the wastewater after production is below the 100 ppm, which generates significant savings in wastewater treatment. Let's have some simple figures. 15 liters of the water will be used in conventional dyeing process in solid for a t-shirt, but only 2 liters of the water will be used in NTS Kuchas process. So that means we save 7 times of less water for solid shirts. In terms of heat index, there are 5 areas to measure life cycle impact on heat material sustainability index. Global warming, purification for this wastewater discharging, water resources, and chemistry usage. So based on these 5 areas, we can see batch dye and screen print did impact the environment a lot. And if we look into the digital prints, well, it's not bad. So, but how about NTS Kuchas? NTS Kuchas has the lowest impact to the environment. So we outperformed on having less impact from the chemicals, water, and energy in particular. So that's why let's take a very quick review on the incredible machines to achieve these abilities. This is our media transfer printer. We can have the hour print on the face side and do the solid color print on the back side and one process. So 8 colors in rollers or CMYK offset print for the hour, both workable. And this is my favorite item, to have the garment washed look on the face and solid color on the back side. Compared to the traditional process, you have to dye the ground color first and to do the print later. It saves a lot of time in terms of productions. And the Eco Denim is one of our new collections, which is radically reshaping the denim manufacturing in a more sustainable way. Imagine how many waters and energy can be saved to achieve the denim look by print process. And Rocky machines is our revolutionary machines to proceed coloration without any paper and the film. So having the CMYK to achieve the solid colors and both knits and the wovens can be applicable. We won top 10 at ISPO test trend last year by this 100% recycled nylon material in the coloration in solid colors. Now, after reviewing those fascinating materials, I believe you would like to know where you are able to get this stuff. And honestly, we understand providing comprehensive solution at one-stop shopping is the expectation from the customers. Now I'm going to share with you how our ecosystem works and how we operate this one. And this is our roadmap. This is our deployment. We have our innovation laboratory located in Shanghai. We are building a new innovation hub by collaborating with the University of Oregon in Portland, which where the creativity will meet the practical applications. And about our manufacturing footprints, we diversified across so many regions, including China, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, and Indonesia. Our expanding capacity in Jordan and Bangladesh are both excited, and they will be ready by the end of this year. So thank you for your time to join this sustainable journey with us together. So if you are interested in more detail about the manufacturing process or those are the items we just showcased to you with creativities, let's meet at our booth in the Innovation Zone, number 12. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Cecilia. And now it's over to Sustainability Lounge. Anna Rodewan will present her footage.
Okay, so the last participant coming from the Sustainability Lounge in Hall C2, to all who would like to know a bit more. I have the honor to ask Evie to tell us a bit more on Vienna Textile approach on color. It's a complete new view on colors, and I hope you will be as inspired as I am. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Anna, for the nice introduction. So my name is Avi. I'm part of Vienna Textile Lab, which was founded by Karen Fleck and also run by Karen Fleck. And yeah, we are based in Austria. Yeah, so Vienna Textile Lab, we are a biotech, fashion tech company whose goal is research, development, and the production of textile dyes derived from microorganisms. Our goal is to be a sustainable and commercially viable alternative to traditional synthetic dyes. A little bit about me. So my background is in industrial design. I came into contact with biodesign there, and I knew instantly that this was the path for me. And then I found Vienna Textile Lab, and I kind of work as a bridge between the vision of the client and our technology on the other hand. Yeah, so why should we be interested in sustainable dyes? So already for many years there have been reports about pollution and the impact, the negative impact of the textile industry. And we are working on renewing all the supply chains, and more sustainable dyes is a part of that. So at Vienna Textile Lab, we are revolutionizing textile dyes for a healthier, greener, and more inclusive future, to improve sustainability, to decrease toxicity in dyes, and also to be independent from the petrochemical industry. And how do we do that? So we have microorganisms that create pigment with their metabolism, And the combination of modern biotechnology, green chemistry, and textile technology enables us to build products that are more circular and zero waste. So if you look at the production of synthetic dyes, this is linear, but with industrial biotechnology, we can allow a circular process. And our microorganisms produce the pigment with their metabolism, which is a one-pot chain reaction compared to synthetic dyes that need a lot more steps to be produced. So how do we start? We find microorganisms that produce color, but not all colorful components actually make that we can dye fabric. So one of our first tests is to see the affinity to fibers. So if we look at the overall process, we start by collecting the bacteria from nature. Then we take them to the lab and we learn how to cultivate them. We then move on to extracting the color. And then we certify and sell the dye to the textile industry, who then will be able to make garments. So since the beginning, we have started with co-creation with designers, proof of concept projects, and then moved on to capsule collections and pre-industrial runs. In 2025, we will soft launch our first dyes and pigments, and in the further future, we will license our technology. So we've worked with many partners, from textile mills to fashion industries, to sport, chemical companies, and together with them, we develop our dyes and textiles to meet the market requirements. So although we don't have a commercialized product yet, you can collaborate with us. We make swatch books, we can dye fabrics for you, we do co-creation, capsule collections with our dyes and pigments. And in the near future, we will also do our first pre-industrial projects. So a little bit about our impact. We work with a variety of microorganisms, and it's super important to protect this biodiversity. We use renewable feedstocks and allow for circular manufacturing, which results in less pollution and less CO2. And also we are independent from petrochemicals, which is also important. So here's a little sneak peek of a collaboration that is to be seen at Performance Days with Redis Cotton. So feel free to check out the Sustainability Lounge, where you can see these t-shirts that we screen printed with our microbial dyes. So thank you so much, and feel free to contact us if you're interested.
Hello, hello. I'm back. Yep, you are the first one finishing like 1 minute earlier. Congratulations on that. So all the participants, come on stage, please. This is a wonderful insight of what happened in the Innovation Lounge, Innovation Hub, Innovation Area. How do we call it?
Innovation Zone.
Innovation Zone, okay. So congratulations again, one huge applause. And Alexa, of course, please join, because you curated everything. So really, how proud are you? Was it the first time for all of you for Pecha Kucha? Yes. Yes? It's the first time. Wonderful mixture of energy and content.
Well done.
Yes. Other questions from you towards participants? Because in this super fast format, there is no question in between, but now you have the chance. And Pia is the open microphone lady throughout the day. Oh, wonderful. You are like a questionnaire where I can rely on. I was asking, please tell your name and your role and so on and so on.
Cool. My name's David. I'm a freelance sportswear designer, and I have a question for Cecilia.
Yes.
Did you mention that the dye process is waterless or close to waterless? Because I remember a few years ago seeing about a company called Dyco, and I wonder if it's similar to that in any way, or if they are even a competitor, or it's a bit of a vague question, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think that's two different technologies for compared to dye-cooled and our Kuchas process. So our process is during the coloration, there's no heat and water need to be used. So that's compared to the traditional dye process, lots of water and the chemicals you need to use. So that's the key difference and our competitive of our collaboration technologies. Yeah.
Thank you.
Chet, are you disappearing? No, okay. I just wanted to make sure that you are not running away. Sorry, back to you again. Was that answering your question? Yes? Okay. More questions? No more questions? So I would love to know, was there anything on performance days, what you experienced or where you were surprised or what you want to make sure that the audience has your, how was that thing from after 2 days show being part of your wonderful innovation zone? Can you pass over the microphone, please?
I think it's a very good approach of Performance Day to show really the latest innovation, and I've learned a lot also from them now, and I like this.
It was our first innovation zone this season, so now in March, and I hope that the audience and the visitors are appreciating our effort to really give impulses and give companies a chance to show the effort they're trying to do to change, to give changes in this industry, to become the game changers. So thank you so much for coming here and being here and supporting.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.